Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel, I'm For Classic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I do have in here is Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition. This is a remaster from the classic Age of Empires 3, developed by 3 different developer teams, and they are using their in-house engine for this. I'm not really sure if this is the same engine, but surely it is improved upon comparing to the other one. So let's take a look on the graphical settings that I'm actually using for the MX130, which is the same graphic card as the GT940 MX, but keep in mind that my version it is a 2GB GDDR5. So if you have a version that has DDR3, I mean, your performance will be slower. Alright, so looking to the requirements in here, these guys don't ask much, so they just ask even an Intel HD 4400, according to them, it is enough to play this game, but this is the minimum, so I believe they are pointing out to the load settings, and the load settings actually disables all the stuff. Disables reflections from the water, disables foliage, disables shadows, so it even looks worse than the original at maximum, alright? So the load settings, it is really low, and with those low settings, I was able to get an experience close to 60 frames per second, with dips below to something like 46 frames per second. And the median settings, the settings that I'm using on this video, what I got, it was, well, not so perfect result in here. I got an average of 35 frames per second, but there were moments where there was enough destruction of buildings and a lot of troops on screen. I have seen drops to 28 frames per second. So this was just on the first mission, which means that probably a little bit more forward you can expect more aggressive drops in the performance. But since this is a pretty much you know, a strategic game, I don't think that this will be an issue. And comparing graphics below, from medium to low settings, there is a huge difference in visual quality. So if you need to make some adjustments to the settings, just choose wisely. For example, because if you reduce shadows below median, you lose the shadows, for example, and makes the game really bland. So yeah, if you need to reduce something, just be wise with the things that you will drop and see the impact that that will have on the frame rate. So yeah, Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition, it is very demanding, and not all the people are really satisfied with this remaster, which I'm going to talk now about the game. So the game, what is new on this remastered? So you pretty much get 2 new civilizations, and this is a pretty good stuff, and it is being well received since they are very unique. So you get pretty much 4K art style, new particles effects, new lightning, new shadows, so yeah, graphical improvements. There are new Art of War missions, improved destruction animations on buildings. This is a little bit discussable since not all the people are really satisfied with these new animations. If you go to Steam, well, the game reception, it is being quite mixed, so not all the people are satisfied with the changes, and this is a little bit unfortunate since these new animations, for some people don't really enjoy these new animations, but some other people do enjoy them. So despite it might be an improvement for the developer team behind it, not all the people think that this was an improvement, so it's complicated. So there is also few enhanced sound and music, and overall scalable UI. So this is again another issue. So despite it is scalable, not all the people are really keen with the new design of the UI. Alright, some people even claim that it was a downgrade, and some people even say that your own city have now less stuff to customize, so the Definitive Edition thing in here might be a little bit tough. But the game also have mod support, new game modes, tutorials, and a ton of quality of life improvements. There was also some changes on the artificial intelligence. I'm not really sure if people are being true, but some people are saying that the artificial intelligence it is being a little bit more dumber than it used to be. I don't seriously want to believe that, because I don't see any issue with that. The only issue I have saw, it was it felt that the water maps, it was a little bit bugged, and after reading a little bit, it seems that this was an issue too with the original game. So it seems like the definitive edition didn't really fix all the issues from the original game, and also introduced changes that not all the people did want. But for me, I really think it is a nice game, and for its price, I mean, it's $19.99. It's a very awesome price in here anyway. You have an active multiplayer working, and just that by itself, it is awesome news if you want to go against your own friends or some people online. I think it's awesome. And the mod support, if the community picks up this game decently, you might have in here hundreds of hours of gameplay if you want. So I think it's pretty worth it for that, but I can even get you the game more cheaper. So Greenman Gaming, it is having a discount at the moment. The discount, it is not really big, alright, it is 16%, but you can buy the game right now at the moment of this video for 16.79 euros if you are on Europe. If you are American, you still have your own discount at your own coin, alright? But it is still more cheaper than buying on Steam. What's the difference? None. You buy through Greenman Gaming, but you still activate the game on Steam nonetheless, like if you did brought the game from Steam to begin with. So yeah, I think you should really take the discount from Greenman Gaming, and if you want to take it, just go to the description of the video. You have the link there where you can get the game cheaper than on Steam, even cheaper. I think the game, it is pretty cheap and it works by itself. And also, I'm pretty sure these guys will fix the game, because at first I started to benchmark the game. I have noticed that the performance was pretty bad. I was having 50 to 60 frames per second, but after a couple of hours, these guys just fixed the game, and suddenly I started to have this performance of 80 frames per second, 70 frames per second. So I'm pretty sure that these developers behind this game will listen to the community and will probably try to fix what the community thinks that it is wrong. Right? So let's have some faith. I think the price, it is awesome. I don't think that it is worth for waiting for the sale, because the price, it is already too good. So go ahead, if you want to play Age of Empires 3 in a definitive manner, just go ahead and play it. So guys, I think that's all that I want to play, that I want to talk, about Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition. Hope you can enjoy the rest of the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
For bombards! I hope Alain is on his way.
Why is the signal fire lit? And why am I here? I ordered you to defend the fort.
My lord, sign the Falcons advancing with great bombards.
Well, the fog can't stand up to my heavy cavalry. Lead on, Morgan, and destroy those cannon.
Yes, my lord. Send the cavalry to the fort and wipe out those bombards.
Avance! Avance! Avance!
2 to go. Good job. Let's get that.
That's the last of the bombards!
Excellent work, men. We have defeated the Falcon.